From the streamers getting into a nasty legal battle, to the saga causing a lot of tension in the Twitch community, here's everything about Adin Ross's controversial video with Hasan Piker. So the fight's been brewing for some time now, because these two have very different ideas of what appropriate streaming content is. On one end, Hasan's really chill about his content and where it goes, even letting other YouTube channels post clips from his streams, without ever launching any copyright claim or asking them to pay up. While Mr. Kick, Adin Ross, on the other hand, likes to slap everyone with a copyright claim. In fact, sometimes the dude even does that stuff for fun, which is why he's so hated within the streaming community. And so, even though Hasan's not one to get involved in streaming drama, he lashed out against Adin and threatened to sue him. Yep, Hasan's malding again. But this time, it's not because of a chatter who baited him into a rant. This time, the feud's real, because Hasan's had enough of Adin Ross. You see, Adin's the big villain of the streaming world. He said some truly horrible things in the past, and the worst thing is, he doesn't feel any remorse over them. So it's not surprising that Hasan, being the social justice warrior that he is, doesn't like the guy. Though this recent controversy's a bit different, because Adin did something that actually crossed the line, even for Hasan. And well, that's when the political commentator got real mad. So mad that he said he'd pay legal fees to anyone willing to take action against Adin. He wants everyone who hates Adin to get together and sue him for every f***ing dime he has if he keeps this dumb shit up. What did Ross even do though? Well, the better question would be, what has he not done? Because the dude's been all over the place, watching questionable stuff on his streams, making racist and transphobic comments, and stealing revenue from other streamers. But while Adin's behavior has annoyed Hasan in the past, his bizarre copyright prank was the last straw. You see, during one of his streams, Adin watched an internet anarchist video about Sneeko and Charlie, and he didn't like what he saw. Usually at this stage, most other streamers would come up with arguments for why they disagree, or just let the video be and move on to the next thing. Not Adin though. This guy's as petty as it gets, so guess what he did? He went ahead and filed a copyright strike on the video. Yep, the video was mostly original content from Internet Anarchist, and Ross had no right to claim the video as his own. But that's where things got worse, because YouTube's broken moderation tools actually accepted the strike. And that, folks, is how Internet Anarchist lost $8,000 in YouTube revenue. The poor guy couldn't believe what had just happened to him. But that's not even the worst part about this though, because after he'd claimed Internet Anarchist's video, Adin Ross celebrated the moment with his chat. He asked everyone to put a W in chat, and couldn't stop raving about the fact that he'd just stolen $8,000 from someone. This was obviously a jerk move from Adin.
Chat, by the way, this is Hasan's head moderator, chat. Put a W in the chat. We stole $8,000 from him. W. He needed that. Yes. 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 W. Yes.
You know what made it even worse? He did it to a small creator like Internet Anarchist. And that's not the first time he's pulled this stunt off either. Where does Hasan fit into all this though? Well, you see, Adin thought the Internet Anarchist was one of Hasan's head mods, all because he had some left-leaning political opinions, which is bizarre in and of itself. So, for Adin, this was a win against Hasan too, but the political streamer wasn't gonna let him get away with saying those things. So, he quote tweeted the video of Ross celebrating the copyright claim, clarifying that the Internet Anarchist wasn't his head mod and he didn't know them. But here's the real spicy stuff. Hasan claimed that Adin also false striked him for a video he was in, saying that the Kick streamers hitting new levels of stupidity he didn't even know were reachable. And he's not wrong. Adin's been incredibly controversial over the past few years, which is part of the reason why he joined Kick too, because the new streaming platform's a lot more lenient with its policies than Twitch. I mean, Adin actually watched explicit content on one of his first streams on the platform, which is wild. Plus, he's done some other weird stuff too, like sniffing Andrew Tate's seat when he walked off, or saying very creepy things about his sister. But folks, this was only the beginning of this feud, because after this, Adin Ross made some even more controversial remarks about Hasan. The streaming landscape is in a weird place right now. Twitch isn't doing so well, meaning that people are trying different things, including YouTube and Kick. But the thing with Kick is, they're a new platform, and they're investing a lot of money into bringing streamers on board. I mean, they gave XQC a $100 million contract to join their website. Bringing one big game's not enough though, which is why streamers like Trainwrecks TV and Adin Ross have been calling for other big names to join Kick. But there's a twist. While he was ranting about bringing more people to the platform, Adin added that Hasan and Mizkif are banned from joining. Why? Well, because he has an ownership stake in Kick, and he hates these dudes. A bit unfair if you ask me, but it's his platform, so he can do whatever he wants. That said, Adin didn't get the response he was hoping for after this, because he probably wanted Hasan to get mad about it and ask someone to get him unbanned. Rather than following the script in Adin's mind, though, the Turkish streamer said he didn't care anyway, because he had no intention of leaving Twitch. Hasan then topped it off by calling Ross a gremlin, which, as you'd expect, really ground Adin's gears. So much so that he went on another assault against Hasan, criticizing him for every move he made. But then he made things so much worse, and posted some really horrible stuff on his other Twitter account. You see, Hasan's a massive supporter of trans rights, and he's been vocal about transphobia and other issues trans people have to face for a long time. But Adin's the complete opposite, because he has a history of making transphobic comments. So you can guess where this one's going. Yep, Adin accused Hasan of pushing transgender agenda on children, and him promoting gambling in front of young kids isn't even remotely comparable. He also called the political commentator a creep and said he's going to hell. If you thought these were bad though, then you may want to hold on to your seat, because Adin also asked Hasan to kill himself, saying he'd do anything for that to happen. Yikes! I mean, that's too far, dude. And that's what Hasan thinks too. He says that Adin's a toxic and dangerous person who needs to be held accountable for his actions. Plus, Hasan also says that the Kick streamer's treading a very dangerous path, and if he doesn't stop subscribing to right-wing propaganda, he could end up in the same boat as Sneeko, who's essentially banned from everywhere. And Hasan's not the only one. A lot of other streamers are also concerned about Adin's mental state, despite him being horrible to them. They think he's super impressionable and has been led down a dark path. Ross, on the other hand, just thinks Hasan and other streamers are overly sensitive and are just trying to ruin his career. He claims he's got that Sigma grind set, saying that other people are just jealous of his clout and success. Sure they are, Adin, sure they are. But the thing is, while a lot of people may dismiss this drama as just a couple streamers being petty, Adin and Hasan's feud has actually raised the tension levels in the Twitch community. We've all seen streamers take shots at each other in the past, and that's honestly a part of the business too, because it generates views. It's all a bit too real when it comes to Hasan and Adin though. I mean, the Kick streamer's gone off the rails at this point, telling people to end their lives. In fact, he even tweeted that the YouTuber Jake Lucky deserves to be bullied and stoned to death. His behavior's clearly insane, and the fact that he's had zero accountability for it means that it's only gonna get worse. Hasan's tired of his behavior, and so are other Twitch streamers. Besides, it's not even about the comments anymore, because the dude's abusing the YouTube claim system and stealing actual money from people. So it wouldn't be surprising if Hasan and a bunch of other streamers sue him for real. But hey, maybe that's the sort of intervention Adin Ross needs anyway. So there you have it. From the saga causing a lot of tension in the Twitch community to the streamers getting into a nasty legal battle, that's everything about Adin Ross's controversial feud with Hasan.